Hey guys, it's me, Molly, coming to you live from my dining room at Mikasa. I thought today that I would talk a little bit about stigma because, well, let me just tell you a little story real quick. So last week sometime my sister Nancy sent me a Snapchat and she said, like, hey Molly, you should look into NAMI. And I thought to myself, yeah, like, sure, for sure. And then later on in the week, I saw somebody post on Facebook something about that Aberdeen was starting up their chapter of NAMI again, NAMI. And if you wanted details, you could message them. And I thought, that's what Nancy was talking about. I should look into that because I'm not going to message them and not know what I'm talking about. I have a couple of things about me, well, a lot of fears in life, just like probably anybody else, but two of them. It's probably very close to the top. One for sure would be fear of failure. I don't like to fail. Who does? And the second being sounding stupid. I don't want to sound stupid. So I got out the old Google and I Googled what does NAMI stand for. And Google said NAMI stands for the National Association on Mental Illness. Say what? Yeah, right? So I thought, like, I'm not mentally ill. Like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about or, like, why I need to, what you think I need to do with NAMI. But, like, no. Nope. No. So then I, because I'm, like, irritated now, and I'm going to say something probably to Nancy about NAMI. Like, what were you talking about? Like, me running a group or what? Or you think I need to be in a group? Like, I don't know. So I continue on with my Google search and I'm reading about it and I run across anxiety. And if anybody knows me and has watched any of my videos lately, they know that I know a little bit about anxiety. And so I started reading about anxiety. And one of the first things I saw was that it's categorized as a mental illness. It's like a different type of anxiety, I'm sure, that they were talking about. So I continued to read, and it talked a little bit about how anxiety affects your whole being. It affects how you feel, how you behave or react to things, and how it's very real and has real physical symptoms. Well, like that sounded a little bit familiar, and I read and read and read, and long story short, I think I have a mental illness. So that brings me back to our topic that we're talking about today, which is stigma. Oh, gosh. So I looked up stigma and different things with that, and it talks about like what it is and what it feels like, and it feels like a shameful feeling, like you're ashamed of something. It feels isolated, lonely, scary, uncertain, and I wonder why. I mean, nobody wants to talk about that, especially if it's, like I sit here and profess to the world like, oh, I have anxiety. This is how it feels. This is how it affects me. These are some of the things that I do to cope. And in reality, what I'm truly saying is, hey, my name is Molly and I am mentally ill. Son of a. So, I mean, like, what is that saying? Like, if the shoe fits, wear it. I guess I'm wearing it. And there is stigma slapping me in the face. Like, yeah, even I have a stigma about it. I don't feel good about it. I don't like those words. I don't want to be classified in a group of things. Like, I am a fine person. I can function. I can hold a job. I'm good with people. I'm smart enough to figure out how to talk to my phone. I might not be able to run the camera very well sometimes, but I mean, I can do it. I don't have a straight jacket in my closet. I mean, I have a really cute jacket from New York & Company that I got last summer, and it has all these zippers and things, but like very far from a straight jacket, I swear. So let's get back on track. Stigma. I am somebody who suffers from anxiety, which is classified as a mental illness, and I also have a stigma about mental illness. It talks about like how people need to work to dismantle the negative feelings surrounding mental illness. And one of the ways that we can do that is by offering facts and experiences and hope to offer or foster, I should say, like an understanding for others. And I guess that's what we're doing here. We're offering facts and experiences, and hopefully it helps others understand. Hopefully others can relate, and piece by piece, maybe we'll knock the stigma out, and it will become easier for people to cope and to talk about their problems. It talks about, in my Google search and reading about NAMI, what causes anxiety. Lots of things cause anxiety. We can't even get into that. You know, it's triggered by stress, and I mean, my stress and your stress, everybody's stress is different. Different things cause different stress. Talks about how to recognize it. We talked, you know, a little bit about that. I've talked about it before. You know, for me, it's tight feeling in my chest. It feels like I can't breathe. You know, my heart's pounding, like I physically feel pain. I go through some days where I feel so much pain. It takes so much work to function normally and not show the world that I'm feeling different than them, that I literally come home at night and all I can do is sleep because I'm so physically tired. Physically, not mentally. My body is physically tired. But there's also tons and tons of other different symptoms or signs that people have. It talks about what can we do to avoid things that make us anxious. That's not really a feasible thing to do. I mean, we're always going to run into things. I mean, you might be able to stomp out one thing that made you feel anxious. This is the world. Like, it changes every single day. So, you know, the best thing that we can do is learn how to cope with it. And I think and hope that we'll continue to talk about different coping mechanisms. And I guess to kind of end today's discussion, the first step is realizing you have a problem. So, hi, my name is Molly, and I have a mental illness, and take it from there. We'll break down walls and peel away the stigma associated, hopefully make it so that people feel more comfortable talking about it. They seek help and don't feel isolated. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave it today. I'm gonna leave it for you to ponder how you feel about mental illness, how you cope with things in your life, what makes you cope differently from other people, and know that you are enough. You are. And I appreciate all of your support, you watching and subscribing. And again, if you have any questions for me at all, shoot me a Facebook message, type them on YouTube, whatever. I will answer you personally, privately, or in a video, however you want it. So again, thank you. I hope you had an amazing Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.